Guys, a significant earthquake just happened and it was felt as far as Australia. And it happened in an area that is geologically very, very unique already, but in a very, very dangerous area that has produced a mega thrust earthquake already in the past. A magnitude 9.2 occurred in the same area, and that's why this is significant. It has resulted in a 50-foot tsunami that's roughly 15 meters. And guys, here it comes, 9 years of aftershocks. That happened in 1629, and today, just a few minutes ago, we have an earthquake initially recorded at 7.0. Some agencies have it at 6.9, so it varies between 6.7 and 7.0. It was felt as far as Australia, guys. So we're talking about the Weber Basin. It's located in the Banda Sea region of Indonesia again, Pacific Ring of Fire. This monstrosity keeps producing. This area is known for having experienced very large earthquakes in the past. I just mentioned the megathrust earthquake. But guys, we don't have to go as far back as to the magnitude 9.2, because in 2023, in January 2023, a powerful magnitude 7.6 earthquake hit off the Tanimbar Islands, and it set off a tsunami warning for hours. It was lasting very, very long, and it has panicked the residents because the quake has caused damage to at least 15 homes, 2 school buildings. Thankfully, nobody was lost in that quake, but the Tanimbar Islands is a group of 30 islands that is located in eastern Indonesia within the Maluku province. And something strange happened there after this 7.6 earthquake. Maybe something happens right now. A new island has formed. This seems to be the result, you see it here in the photo, of the impact of the earthquake. The center of this earthquake was in the ocean, but the scale was quite high. And uniquely, sometimes, a little bit later, people started noticing the appearance of a small island around the waters of Tanimbar. So apparently the earthquake had fractured the plates at the bottom of the ocean, and so the mud that was trapped in them came out and has formed this island. Others say like they formed a mud volcano. So very, very interesting region. To put this in perspective, that mega thrust earthquake that resulted from that region is considered one of the most catastrophic in the area's seismic history, even larger than the Boxing Day earthquake that happened in 2004 in Sumatra. This event today, and of course in the past, happened in an area where many tectonic plates are involved, a complex tectonic zone. It's not a surprise when we're talking about the Pacific Ring of Fire. So the Australian plate subducts northwards beneath the Sunda plate. That's part of the Eurasian plate. And that drives the seismicity along the Banda Arc. And then we have the Banda Sea plate that acts as a microplate buffer, so to speak. It's bounded by the Australian plate to the south, the Timor plate, and influences from the Philippine Sea and the Caroline plates. And that leads to frequent earthquakes. And what do we have at the Pacific Ring of Fire, guys? Volcanic activity. But there's another thing that is very, very specific and very interesting about that area. The Weber Basin in the eastern Indonesia Banda Sea is a deep forearc basin. So what does that mean? It's characterized by its extreme depth, very, very deep, reaching 5 miles, 7.2 kilometers. And here it comes. It's the deepest point in the world's oceans, anywhere in the world that is not within any kind of trench. Usually the trenches are the deepest point. So this is a very unique geological feature. And it's the result of extreme forearc extension driven by eastward subduction, rollback, and a major low angle fault system that is named the Banda detachment. No significant damages have been reported from this quake, but it just happened. There's no tsunami warning that is resulting from this quake, so that is good. We already have a 4.4 and a 3.6 aftershock. And I'm sure there's going to be more aftershocks. And we also had a foreshock, 5.2, same area before the magnitude 7, 6.9 something earthquake happened. They have known that this abyss, how they call it, this deep spot in the ocean exists for not 100 years, a little under 100 years. But it took them until 2016 until they were able to explain how it got so deep. This is a 4.3 mile abyss beneath the Banda Sea. And it was formed by extension along what might be Earth's largest identified exposed fault plane. Geologists only found this in 2016. They name it the largest exposed fault on Earth, the Banda detachment fault. And since then, they say it will help them to assess the dangers of future tsunamis in this area. Very important since it's part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. What is very, very mysterious, when they looked at with high resolution pictures at the rocks that are on the floor of this Banda sea floor, and these rocks are scarred. You can call that. They found hundreds of parallel scars in these rocks. Like the rocks have wounds. And this is resulting from a piece of crust that, if we compare it, is bigger than Tasmania, for example, or if you're from Europe, Belgium, must have been ripped apart by 74.5 miles, that's 120 kilometers, of extension along a low angle crack or detachment form to form the present day ocean floor depression. So this fault that is now named the Banda detachment is a rip in the ocean floor exposed over 14.8 million acres. That's 60,000 square kilometers. And by analyzing this, they will hopefully one day be able to explain why this area became so deep. So the rocks that lie immediately beneath the fault, including rocks that have been brought up from the Earth's mantle. So according to the scientists, this demonstrates the extreme amount of extension that must have taken place when the oceanic crust was thinned in some places to zero. So this Banda detachment could cause very large earthquakes when it slips. It has a lot of tectonic hazards. And since this is a region of extreme tsunami risk, it is so crucial that they know all these major faults that are there. And now today's earthquake happened right there. Was this the main shock? Is this still a foreshock? Hopefully we won't see anything like in the past, like magnitude 9.2 megathrust earthquake. Hopefully that was it for now. I will keep you updated if there's more reports that will come in. This just happened, guys, and I thought you might want to know, especially since where the quake happened, what is going on in this area is very, very interesting. I hope you liked it. Leave it a like. Check the links in the description. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. I will answer with a 30-second video message. You click the join button, become a channel member, a supporting member. You can see behind the scenes stuff from me. Thank you for your supers. Thank you for just being here. Check out the videos in the end screen. Super interesting stuff, I promise. I see you there in a second. Bye-bye.